So my stream was one of the ones, I think it was last Thursday, that was affected by the glitch. So if you guys don't know, basically, like, I don't know, Twitch put out a message basically saying that, like, they fucked stuff up and that now, if you had, like, if you were streaming that day, your VOD was basically lost and you can't get it back and all that stuff. So, that wasn't great. Not gonna lie, that was pretty bad. So that's the first thing, is that I lost that VOD. So last week, I think the only things of note were really the counselor, as far as I remember. Like, I think that was it. Like, the counselor talked to Ryuji and then maybe also talked to An. I feel like that was important, and that probably happened during that time. So that's the first thing. That's the only thing I can remember. I don't think we saw Kasumi. We did see Jose. He was chillin' in Mementos. That's the other thing we did. We did Mementos for the very first time. So really, like, nothing of note happened. It was exams and, I don't know, just all of that sort of stuff. I can't even remember because I don't have the VOD. And so you guys know that my computer is 8 years old. I got it when I was 12. I'm 20 now. So, like, do the math. And so, yeah, the unfortunate thing is I cannot stream and record at the same, like, I can't stream and record it locally, so I depend on Twitch not to fuck up. So hopefully Twitch does not fuck up again. Okay. So, this is our chance. It looks like security is focused on the front entrance. Great. Okay, so that means we can just go in round the back. Wait, what? Hello? Yes. We should bypass them and head in another way. Well, I was just gonna go straight ahead to where that shadow is, but I guess it wants me to go through here, doesn't it? So yeah, that sucked to lose the VOD for that, because I think I streamed for 3 hours, but it's okay. We'll survive. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that Arnold and I were talking about a theory to do with the counselor. We were talking about it because obviously, like, I had seen the first interactions with the counselor and Ryuji. Now, there are a couple things that strike me as very sketchy about this guy, and I'm going to explain those as we jump down here and fight this guy. Hello? There's definitely something down here. Oh, maybe I can't do that? Maybe I have to go like this? I want to jump down! I want to hit the security guard. I guess I can't. Okay. Anyway, I can jump, like, this way. Damn, security here, too. Okay, so I guess I'm just supposed to go around them. The game does not want me to fight anything. Here's the thing about the counselor, okay? I have a couple things I find sketchy in, like, a whole list. First of all, what are the chances that out of all of the counselors in all of Japan,
now's my time to shine.
Kasumi has that same counselor, and Kasumi knows this guy. You know what I'm saying? That to me is very sketchy, that they already have, like, that they already know each other and all that stuff. That's the first thing that's sketchy about the counselor. The other thing that's sketchy about the counselor to me is I'm pretty sure he said something about, like, looking into the heart or something. And so my whole theory, and I don't, obviously, I don't know if this is right or not, because, you know, I don't want to get spoiled, but I do the theory stuff for fun. My whole theory right now is that the counselor is working for Shido in some way. Because Futaba, like, he took Futaba's mother's research. And we know that, like, from regular Persona, if that makes sense. Okay, this door is also locked, so we're just gonna go over here. We already know that. So, my whole thing is, okay, you know, there could be other, like, there were a group of scientists. I remember one of the cutscenes had a group of scientists, and they were all around, like, Shido and all that stuff, like, in one of the scenes and whatever. And so, when you think about it that way, like, could this guy not be a pawn? Like, he was sent to the school on purpose because there was too many coincidences, right? Like, with Kamoshida, that they are assuming that the Phantom Thieves are somewhere in the school. That's why they sent Makoto, like snooping in the first place, right? And so now they also sent the counselor so he can counsel the people closest to Kamoshida and figure out if their hearts are strong enough.
For having a but all the portraits on display here look the same.
Wait a sec.
So that's my theory about the counselor, and I think that that's a pretty
guy we saw in Mementos? You know.
Yeah. So this is just,
dude, I don't
like all of the artist stolen and all that stuff. That's what this is. I'm trying to get through this, like, quickly, because none of this is new, right? So Now we can click this button and we'll probably be able to go through this door. Hello? What did I just do? That is not what I meant. We can't get through here yet. Well, maybe we should click the giant red button. Okay, maybe we shouldn't. All right. Maybe we shouldn't click the giant red button. I guess not. And there's Yusuke. And the ball has dropped.
Hey, isn't this a painting of that guy?
That guy has a name, you know, Ryuji. Like...
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it.
Okay.
Huh?
Wait a second. Oh, she's reading. I thought I needed
these
to.
Paintings are.
They're Madarame's pupils, and they're all here
think you're
because he
right.
stole the art. Feels sad, man.
For real? All of them? But it was only Yusuke when we went to his place before.
Well, that's even more
This
sketchy.
must include former pupils as well.
Yep.
Only one remains now. Taking into account what that Nakanohara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer. All right, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions.
All right. Let's keep looking around then. Okay, so yeah, that's my theory about the counselor guy. And so here's another thing. I don't know if you guys like have seen the trailers. I didn't watch them myself. And so I guess like some of you guys may consider this a spoiler. And so like if you want to cover your ears for 20 seconds while I explain this. But there is a new palace, I've heard. And not only that, but not only is there a new palace, but Arnold was saying that some of the rooms look white and that some of the rooms, like when Arnold said that, I was like, oh, like, does he mean the palace? Or he also said that some parts of Mementos are white, which I don't know about that. But when I heard him say like, oh, like the walls are white or whatever, the first thing that I thought of was that it could be possible. Like the first thing I thought of was mental asylum. Like when he said all the walls are white, like that's the first thing I thought of was like hospital, mental asylum. So if the counselor is a bad guy, the new palace could be his palace because he's bad. That's basically the gist of it. And then that blends into like Shido's palace very well. So the counselor. Here's the thing about that. I think he's sketchy as fuck. I think that there's something going on with him because here's thing number one. First of all, the stuff with Kasumi is sketchy because out of all of the counselors in all of Japan, right, hundreds and thousands of counselors, the one that is Kasumi's counselor happens to be the one that ends up at the school. Like, I feel like that's not a coincidence.
Show me your true form.
I don't know. I just feel like that's definitely not realistic to happen. So I feel like that needed to be set up. I don't understand the connection between them yet. Exactly. Like, I don't understand that part. But I do think that there's something sketchy with that, if that makes sense. Said something, I swear, about the investigation of the heart. Like something like that. And that sort of reminds me of, you know, Futaba's mother's research and all that sort of stuff. Like, I feel like that he is a scientist or whatever. Like, he's, you know, investigating the same way that she was because he has some sort of connection with Shido.
What's up? Hey there.
Yeah! It's not like I wanted to or nothing. Oh my god, Ryuji's a yandere for the counselor! Oh boy. Oh man. So this is pretty awkward. I mean, I don't really go see teachers unless they want to chew me out for doing something wrong. Oh, but I'm not a teacher. If anything, I'm here to be on the student side. Yeah, not yandere. Sorry. Tsundere. You know, the, like, I don't, like, it's not like I like you or anything. That one. Yeah.
Well.
This isn't some kind of interrogation. You're free to just kick back and talk about whatever you want. Like what?
How about it?
Ooh, is there anyone in your class that you like? That's not easy to talk about either. And it's not like there is anybody.
Sorry.
Oh boy. Is that how it went for you? Not exactly. I fell in love with my studies first. Oh boy. I love him so much. This is awkward. Oh man. Poor guy. He's doing his best. was just pissed all the time. Well, I think it's nice to see these because we can see how Joker really does impact the characters, you know? And how our, you know, presence in Ryuji's life is really, like, helping him, right? You know?
Trickster.
I think that that's really
Welcome to
nice.
my velvet room.
Thank you for the follow, Tales of. After all that training I did, it makes sense I'd like it. I'd be training constantly, getting sweet times at meets along with everyone else. Eventually, I was gonna get my hands on some running scholarships to make it easier on my mom. Don't give up on your dreams, Ryuji. You can still get scholarships some other way. I hope, anyway. More important, huh? No matter what path you might have to take to get there, I hope your track dreams will still do you some good in the end.
Yeah.
See, I think that's
I know.
nice. If you wish hard enough, your dreams can come true.
What the hell?
Okay, here's the thing, alright? So, if you guys are, like, farther ahead, don't spoil me, obviously, but here's the thing, okay? Jose talked about wishes. Him talking about wishes. What does it mean? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, what if there's some sort of connection? Because didn't Jose give us a thing and he was like, hey, wish on this and your wishes will come true. And now he's also talking about wishes. Coincidence? I think not. You know? Anyway. I want something to drink, I guess. Aw, Ryuji wants a little snack. I'd like for you to have it. Aw.
Welcome to my velvet
That's so cute. Thank you, Garfield, for the follow. Thanks. See, your wish came true. See, guys, it's all, I swear it's all connected. Help him out. All right.
Thanks.
Nice. Well, I found out how scary cats can be despite their cuteness. What? Hello?
So,
It happened on the way to school this morning. I spotted a kitten that had gotten itself stuck in a tree. I tried rescuing it since I felt bad for it, but I ended up with the clawing of a lifetime for the effort. I had no idea a cat's claws were so sharp. Oh boy. That's true, but I was able to rescue the kitten, so all's well that ends well. I'll have to make sure to put antibiotics on the scratches anyway. Well, let's move on and talk about a different kind of pain. We discussed this the last time we talked, actually, the pain felt within one's heart. Again, all the heart stuff, this is why I think this guy is involved. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at his sandals, too. What, like, self-respecting man would wear would wear those to work? Anyway, you know, what upstanding citizen? There are all sorts of ways to identify and diagnose physical injuries and illnesses, but when it comes to the pains of the heart, we're working in unknown territory. There's so much we haven't learned yet. Treating trauma sure is difficult when it's invisible. If only we could somehow directly reduce emotional pain in a healthy way, like putting antibiotics on a scratch. Well, that would be great! Unfortunate as it may be, we all know there's no topical medicine that can properly heal a heartache. Not only that, psychological issues are even more complex. Allow me to demonstrate. Woe is me! My heart is in such pain. It's like I'm being pierced through the chest.
oh
I have such a torturous burning deep inside me. Are you okay? Sorry, that was a poor attempt at acting. Please don't look at me like that. Oh boy. Basically what I'm getting at is our own emotional pain is the only kind we can fully comprehend. That seems obvious, right? But it's absolutely vital to understand. A person's heart, their pain cannot be seen. Even if they spend their whole lives expressing it to others, there is no way for them to truly grasp it. It's not like we can directly look at their hearts and remove the root cause of their pain. But for me to do any good in that area, I need to conduct further research into the heart. More specifically, I need to know how the heart reacts to the world around it. That's the first stepping stone to breaking through in the field. Once that's been figured out, we'll not only comprehend psychological pains that were once unknowable, but we'll be able to perform more effective treatment for those people with a wounded heart. You know what? That's a great plan. If we can get rid of people's pain, that would be for the best, right? I'm no fan of pain myself. See,
Well,
this is why I'm saying he's a little sketchy, okay? Because again, if you guys haven't, like, played original Persona, I guess, like, spoilers, I have no problem talking about this just because I feel like most people playing Royal have played the original Persona. But isn't that what the god offers? You know what I mean? Like, when he offers us to be complicit, like, at the end of the game. And all that stuff. Like Igor, but, like, not Igor, obviously. Like, he's kind of like, hey, like, I can give you this perfect world if you'll fuck off and leave me alone, right? You know, and so I feel like that Maruki, like, what if he has sort of the same mentality? Like, you know, we could take away everyone's pain and make this perfect world where everyone is complicit, but that also makes everyone sheep. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it's sort of hard to explain, but pain is a necessary feeling, because if you've never felt pain or sadness, the happiness that you receive isn't as, you know, right? And so I feel like that with Maruki, he's like, hey, I'm no fan of pain and all that stuff, but if, I don't know, it's like if we didn't feel pain, we wouldn't be able to empathize with other people, and the happiness in our life wouldn't be as, you know, effective. Like, we need the sad moments as much as we need the happy ones. You know what I mean? So what if Maruki's, because I think that, like, I've had this theory that it's his palace is the extra one. Like, what if his distortion is that, like, he wants to get rid of everybody's pain, but by getting rid of everybody's pain, you also reduce their freedom of choice, right? Because the reason why people hurt each other is because we have the freedom to choose to be good and bad. And if everybody was just magically good, that may sound nice in theory, but it's not.
Oh, sounds great.
You know? Like, that may sound nice in theory, but that's not how things should work, if that makes sense. Like, that is what I'm basically saying. Like, that's not a good thing, because then people can't make the choice, right? And I think that it's all about, like, freedom, especially towards the end of the game. Like, you basically have, like, oh, well, you know, if we were basically a giant hive mind and everybody, like, just listened to me, like, the god or whatever, like, god of control, you know what I mean? Like, all that sort of stuff, right? It was fucking savage, man.
Kichi Joji clean freak hung paper dolls all over and prayed for clear skies today.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
Hello!
Morning, everyone.
Oh my god, he's so weird!
Are you here for the
I love
dog?
it though, I love that. Oh man.
You got it.
In those clothes?
Oh, no, I'm in a different...
There you are, Dr. Maruki.
Hello? Oh,
We're going
boy.
to start prepping soon. Prepping what?
I'm part of the cooking crew.
Aww!
Forward to a
He's
solid
giving
meal.
everyone snacks for helping
you
out.
are.
That's so cool.
I can't remember if I brought any starchy vegetables.
More like Dr. Popular.
All right, Ryuji, why are you jealous?
I'm sure the Phantom Thieves
All
will
right.
be even bigger some.
Before I add taro to the pot, I have to rub them with salt to reduce the sliminess.
Oh my god, look at these girls, man.
You're an amazing chef.
I do cook pretty often at home. Let me try this little technique here.
All right.
What the?
What
Nice
was
insult,
that? Oh my god.
Sorry.
I love this. I love this so much. We got some little snacks now, too. Today's your lucky day. Please take a look at what's on the table. Ooh, those look like some chocolate, like, packets or something. I've been making you listen to all this tough stuff about trauma, pain, and grief lately, so I found these cookies in the underground mall. Now we can have a little break. They're the fancy kind of cookies, too. Oh my god, guys, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna need a snack after. I'm gonna need, like, my mom has donuts in the fridge. Maybe I'll get a donut. We have chocolate chip cookies. I definitely need some sort of sweets after this, guys. Like, for sure. Scientists prepared 2 containers and put the same kinds of cookies in both of them. In one container, they put only 1 cookie, but the other was filled with cookies, 10 of them, or 10 of them. And then they had their subjects try the cookies from each container and ask how their taste compared. Which containers were marked as tasting better? Any guesses? The 1 cookie container, because the 1 cookie container, you would think, oh, well, there's only 1 cookie left in this container. That must have mean that they were so good that everyone wanted them, right?
Right.
Yeah. Law of scarcity. It's about what you'd imagine from the name. People are drawn to things that are more scarce. You can see this law in action by observing how excited people get over limited edition merchandise. Oh boy, guys. They're getting played. Oh man. Don't you think it's intriguing as well? In becoming aware of scarcity, we trigger our own desires and cause a change in our cognition. Guys, not only the effect spreads to our senses, creates a subjective, observable difference in our reality. Basically, your perception can be changed based on your cognition or your perceptions. Well, we already knew that. It's all below the conscious level, but it's really incredible. Now that you heard that story, how do you feel about that idea that your unconscious desires may change the taste of the cookie? It's a little scary, I guess? Sure. It sounds like an exaggeration, but something about that seems beautiful to me, that maybe the human heart can falter or be unreliable sometimes, but if this experiment proves anything, it's that a simple preconception can be enough to bring someone more joy. See? He's so sketchy. Take the story I told you. What if you had eaten that 1 cookie and it had been the best cookie of your life? Say I never revealed the trick behind it. Like, Maruki sounds like Little White Lies advocation, you know what I mean? It would be the subjective truth in your reality. I mean, I guess so. I'm glad to hear you say that. Basically, what I wanted to say was, if this idea of preconception could be studied further and actually applied to treating people, I feel like it could help a lot of people, maybe even more than I could help through counseling. See, he just wants to make everyone happy, you know what I'm saying? I believe this method could save a lot of people. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, this guy seems so nice, and I feel like he has good intentions, but there's definitely something sketchy about the way that he wants to do things. Again, because it's like, you know, sort of choice, and like, that's what makes us human, is that we have the freedom to choose. And then, I mean, some people would say that we have no freedom at all. Like, there's some psychologists that think that humans don't actually have as much choice as they think that, like, you know what I mean? That we think that we do, and it's all like, you know, everything that we do is already decided by our like hormones and stuff like that, so we really don't choose anything, if that makes sense. Like some psychologists think that like we don't choose things, and like that brings up a debate about like crime and stuff, because like part of crime is knowingly doing something, I guess, or like doing something on purpose, but if nobody can control their actions, that would affect like how we see things like legally and stuff like that. I remember learning about that in class. It was thought-provoking. Yeah, sure.
We're getting started.
It's getting it's getting human lately. It's getting humid lately, huh? But it's times like these when you just gotta push through the funk. Don't let the weather get to you. Well, that was the plan anyway. Then I got the police officers asking what I was up to. Do I really look that suspicious?
Yes.
Oh, but speaking of looks, have any of you seen someone you thought was cute and immediately decided they must be nice too? That thought process is totally normal, if not always accurate. There's even a name for it. What the hell? Oh my god. I think it's halo effect, actually. Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is it. Right.
Because it's like a halo over someone's head, right? You get distracted by superficial qualities and your broader perception of someone can get biased. See, that's what I'm saying though, is like he's almost talking about himself because he's hot, right? So everyone thinks that he's good, but is he? You know? Of course I knew that. I'm so smart, guys. I'm pretty smart. I knew that without the network. I just use the network to double check and make sure I don't fuck it up, you know what I mean? Why do you think he has a palace? Okay, so I explained this in a couple streams. And basically why I think he has the palace is that in one of the Persona trailers, I didn't watch it, so I don't know, but Arnold was watching it and he said that the new palace, what he thinks is the new palace, is shown in one of the trailers and it's all white. And so before I had met the counselor in the game, when Arnold said that, like, one of the palaces is all white like that, he also said, like, oh, like, maybe that's a new area in Mementos or something, but all white makes me think of, like, a mental asylum or, like, you know, a hospital. And so, thinking about that, and then thinking about Maruki as a new character introduced, right? Like, I feel like that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because if the palace is sort of based around some sort of mental asylum, like that's what Maruki is that he's a psychologist, right? So that's sort of my thought process, is that Arnold and I talked about that, and then now Maruki is here, and I was like, oh, well, if my theory about it being a hospital sort of theme is correct, that means like Maruki may be the cause of that palace. It looks like Maruki is here with us, which is interesting because I can't hang out with him and I'm really, really sad about it. But let's see what he has to say. So sounds like a lot of people are going on that trip to the studio tomorrow. Do you guys get to see the show too? I wouldn't mind seeing that. I like shows. Ooh, and variety shows. I was gonna say reality shows. He says he likes talk shows. I just said shows. Anyway, okay. I wonder if they'll talk about the Phantom Thieves. They certainly get plenty of attention on the TV and the internet. Though I'm a little worried about what might happen if the media gets too riled up. Oh, that reminds me. Have you guys talked about totalitarianism yet? That's so weird. Okay. Totalitarianism. Okay. It's a governmental structure that unites its people under a single ideology and authoritarian control of the masses. In theory, it brings people together under one ideal. That definitely comes with logistical benefits. I don't like that. I don't like that, Maruki. I don't like that he said that. But it also means forcing ideals on people, assimilating the unwilling. And that's how wars get started.
How about you?
Oh dear. Okay. I may need to use the network for this. Where does totalitarianism take things a step further than authoritarianism? I guess it's controlling public thought, because this is more of like a hive mind. Like, authoritarian is like, you know, if you don't agree with me, it's like my way or the highway type of thing. Whereas this, it's like you're forcing everyone to agree with it. I don't know. That sounds really similar in my head, but you guys understand what I mean? Like that's what I was thinking. Yeah, controlling public thought. Like that makes sense, because like authoritative is like, hey, if you disagree with me, I'll kill you. Or totalitarianism is like, I'm gonna brainwash you into agreeing with me. Like I feel like those are like, I don't know. Anyway, the fact that he's talking about this, and I've had my theories about why this man is sketchy, that is not like that's not making me feel happy inside. Like that's not giving me confidence in this guy. Tries to control the culture, morals, and even the thoughts of its people. Yeah, so it's basically a hive mind, right? Even reading the room can be seen as a form of personal assimilation. You all do that too, right? I try, though I'm not great at it. It's not a bad skill to have, and it can help you survive in the modern world. But you can't do it too much. If you make an echo chamber, then the people whose opinions differ might get hurt. I don't know. How he looked away there, like, I think he's like, hey, like, you can't come on too strong or people won't listen to you. It's like, what is it? It's the frog boiling in the pot. You know, like, I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but basically there's a frog, and the frog is in, like, a pot of water, and if you just slowly turn up the heat a little bit, like, you could get it to the boiling point, and it won't jump out. I feel like that's what he said there, when he's like, well, you know, you can't do it too much, or else, like, people whose opinions are different, like, you know, they'll sort of reject that quickly, so you have to slowly convince them. Like, turning up the boil. I don't know. I just think that that's sketchy. That's just me. Oh, Maruki. I don't know. This guy sometimes, like, I really like him, but at the same time, oh, well, this is nice. I'd like to remind you to keep a strong sense of self and an open mind so we can all disagree and still live in harmony. Okay, well, that's nice. That's nice. I like that. Okay, maybe he isn't so bad. I don't know. Hello, Maruki. You won't let us hang out with you, but you'll come to class when I'm not expecting it. Okay, the simple answer is that short-term memory is more temporary, contextual, but long-term memories stick with you. In the short term, you're working with a hard limit. You retain only 6, maybe 7 pieces of information, but your brain capacity for long-term memory is huge. It may even be infinite, according to some theories. I took a psychology class, I guess last semester, technically, and we had the whole thing. So it's like, you know, the more you rehearse something, the more that it gets stored, like, in long-term memory. Like, if you want to remember, you have to, you know what I mean? Like, you can learn something for the short term, like, if you have to study, but you're more likely to forget, if you don't, like, rehearse it, like, afterwards. Like, when you rehearse and, like, sort of retrieve that memory, then it gets put into long-term. So, short-term memories only stick with you for seconds at a time. I mean, yeah, you have to... Okay. What is long-term memory anyway? Memories that last a long time. Mention that you can... Okay, something about the something about the amount of memories you can store, right? Something like... infinite. Yeah. If you have theoretically infinite space for them, then theoretically you'd be able to retain them forever? Yeah, okay, so long-term memories will never fade away. Was that oh, okay. Right. I thought he meant like an actual, like, method, if that makes sense. Stuff encoded in your long-term memory never really goes away. Short-term memories become long-term memories through reiteration. Yeah, that's what I said! Oh my god, it'd be great if you could encode all the test answers to long-term memory, huh? Oh well, can't always get what you want. Oh boy.
Nice going.
I'm on a roll today. I mean, I try. But yeah, so, I mean, basically what I said already, he said after. So, like, you know. Okay, so if I had to guess what's gonna go on here, I think it's either Kasumi's gonna walk in or maybe Makoto, because I think An has talked to Maruki. I think Ryuji has talked to Maruki, but I don't think that Makoto has seen Maruki. Yeah, it's Makoto! Oh my gosh.
Excuse me.
Sorry for coming by so suddenly.
It was nothing.
Oh no, everyone's permitted to stop by whenever they like. Ah, look, I wonder what those are. I guess they're just like cookies or chocolates or something. Oh my gosh. Considering you're the student council president, I'd rather they didn't force you to come here at all, actually.
No.
I was advised to come, but I still chose to do it on my own. Well, that's good. But please, there's no need to be concerned about my being here. Feel free to discuss anything with me.
Yes.
You're sounding more like the counselor in here than I am. Oh boy, he's such a big nerd. I love him so much.
I see.
Excellent grades, exemplary conduct. Wow, you appear to be the ideal honor student.
No.
In fact, quite the opposite. I'm actually a bit of a mess, and I always have to turn to others for help. Well, you sure had me fooled. Even still, getting help isn't a bad thing at all. In fact, it's wonderful that you have a support system. Indeed, especially lately, I feel like I can't do anything right by myself nowadays. Did something go wrong for you? Yeah, but it's nothing major. I've come to understand all too well it's a bad idea taking on more of a burden than one should. You really do seem like someone with a mature sense of responsibility. However, that may be why people around you, especially the adults who should protect you, rely on you so much. Adults who should be protecting me? Had I been clever enough to understand that earlier, things may have gone a bit differently for me. You think so? You live alone with your older sister, I see. Pardon my saying, but it seems like you've been through quite a lot. Honestly, it only felt like the norm to me. But our lack of adult guardians has been hard on my sister, even now as well. And I'd be lying if I said it wasn't hard for me too. Do you still remember them, your parents? Yes.
Hey, so...
Not as much about my mother, admittedly, but my father without a doubt. In fact, now that I think about it, I may well have grown to be a bit uptight because of that.
I see.
Is that so? And are you doing okay now? Is your support system adequate?
Well...
it's not like I have a team of employees or anything, but I have people that I'm able to rely upon. I think she said rely upon, yeah. Of course, I'd never think of them as replacements for my father or sister. No one could replace either of them. What I've lost won't ever come back. I just need to keep my chin up and push towards my future. Aw, that's
Great.
really nice. I like the way you put that. No one can ever be replaced, yet we need to keep pushing towards our future. Should anything come up that you want help with, I'll be here to support you, though my skills are pretty limited. Oh, Maruki, aren't you supposed to be, like, qualified? You know? But that was nice. I really like that scene between him and Makoto. Obviously, like, we already know a lot about, like, her confidant, because I romanced her in vanilla. But yeah, finally Maruki wants to talk to us. Okay. Oh boy.
Thanks.
I mean,
I know you're
he's
exhausted,
had the
so
little
I'll make this quick.
thing forever, but like, we can't go talk to him and I don't know why, and it's bothering me. But I guess
It sure has heated up
we
now
just
that the rainy
needed to wait
season's
for the
passed.
story. I don't know.
I just know my electric bill is going to start climbing this month.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
Anyway, as I'd
What do you
mentioned,
want,
there's
my
something
guy?
I'd like your opinion on.
Money troubles? Yeah, because he's talking about his
Well,
bills.
here's
Like,
a
what?
subject where I could definitely use some input.
Oh my god, is
but
he
not at the
broke?
moment.
Oh dear. Oh,
I've had
Maruki.
something on my mind lately, and I want to hear your take
Are
on
you
it.
the counselor or are we the counselor?
Okay. Oh, this is all hypothetical, mind you.
I don't know
but
about
imagine
that.
there's somebody for whom you have high expectations.
I don't think this is hypothetical.
They're trying their absolute hardest to meet those expectations.
Right.
Now, this person receives an awful lot of special treatment. from
Okay, this
people
is about
so they can
Kasumi,
perform to the
okay?
best of
I have
their
had the
abilities.
theory that Kasumi is this guy's daughter and that, like, he's her dad and all that stuff, and I've had that theory for a little bit, but, like, I feel like regardless of that theory, he's definitely talking about Kasumi, because Kasumi gets special treatment in school, right?
What do you think those people will do if the expectations leveled on this person aren't met?
They'll turn on that person? Oh no!
You're saying
Kasumi!
their expectations will turn into anger and scorn,
Oh no!
right?
Oh no.
That's definitely true.
I don't like this.
When you work as a counselor,
Okay.
you always think, I have to help this person so their heart doesn't break. But that's easier said than done. This world really is a callous one. No matter how much
Oh
positivity
no!
or dedication a
But you
person
can't
has,
snuff out her
just a
positivity.
bit of influence
She's
from their
working
peers
so
can easily mess
hard.
with their heads.
Uh-oh,
Every
are we a
time
bad
I'm confronted
influence?
with such a situation, I can't help but grasp the limitations of therapy as a profession.
We're not a bad influence though. We're a good influence on Kasumi. You have to keep trying. You can't
I'm
give
not
up.
sick of this job or anything like that. Don't worry.
But
Sorry, I didn't mean to get all analytical.
I don't like this. I don't like
What
this.
I meant was, if we want to truly help people stuck in a predicament like that, we need a fundamental solution.
Okay. A fundamental solution? What do you mean?
Hmm.
Oh, well,
Nothing
you
really
don't
comes to
even know,
mind
my
at the
guy.
moment.
Oh, boy.
This is just a thought, but what if we got the Phantom Thieves to change our
Is that
hearts?
what he wants? Oh,
Maybe have
boy.
them shift our feelings so we won't lose to this unfair reality. It would ultimately be for the positive.
But what's that mean? Is that really a change of heart? Like, to make everyone positive?
Good point.
This sounds like the
You're right.
totalitarian stuff he was talking
Sorry,
about
I was
before.
just
I don't
thinking
like
out loud.
this. I feel like he wants to do something to everybody.
I
You
seem
know?
to have lost track of the time. I should be getting back to my work.
What is your work exactly, Maruki? Okay?
Our conversation's been very
I
enlightening.
feel like
Thank
he is sketchy as
And
fuck.
enjoy your vacation.
But you guys already knew that. Like, I've already talked about that before. Hello, Maruki. What type of foreshadowing are you gonna give us today? I mean, the totalitarianism, that was one thing. You leave tomorrow, right? It'll take 6 or 7 hours to get to Hawaii, so it'll be morning when you arrive. Oh yeah, watch out for jet lag. Hawaii's time is 19 hours behind Japan's time zone, which means you'll get there on the morning of the 7th. You're leaving at night, but arriving on the morning of the 7th, that might be quite a shock to your systems. Jet lag is one thing, but our perception of time itself can be distorted sometimes. Distorted, you say? Have you ever felt... Have you ever looked at your watch and felt like the second hand stopped for longer than a second?
You?
Oh boy, alright. Do you know the name of the phenomenon where the second hand looks like it stopped moving? I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go.
This
I
is
didn't
it.
even need to check the network.
Right. You see,
When a person changes their viewpoint, there's a moment of time that goes unaccounted for in the mind. In order to fill that blank, the brain experiences a fictional moment. That's where this phenomenon comes from. The human brain really is incredible, right? It can make you feel like time has stopped. Alright, nice.
Nice going.
Maybe there isn't that much foreshadowing in there, I guess. I don't know. Other than maybe like the time gap thing and like your brain
well,
being
see you.
distorted and stuff. But I don't know. I can't connect any dots there. The totalitarianism thing, that was pretty like suspicious. You know what I mean? Maybe he's just not such a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just looking for twists and turns and everything when there may not be any, you know? Okay.
Welcome.
Hey, good work today. What did I do? I don't remember. Okay, it's already autumn. You'd expect it to get a little less hot, huh? Oh, maybe I answered a question right, like in class. Maybe that's why. Where he's just like, you know what? Good job for existing. I like that too.
Ah, yes.
Thanks to you, my research has been going so well. Really, you've been such a huge help. So I wanted to talk to you, but do you have time? Of course I have time. I always have time for you, Maruki.
Thank
It's
you.
you who did not have time for me. So that is that
What's
on
that
that.
now?
So now, I don't, oh,
I'm sorry.
we're going to Leblanc? Okay, this is so funny. Sorry for coming over out of the blue. You must have a real knack for coffee. Oh boy, this is fantastic. This is so funny. I did, I missed recording the scene where Maruki came into the coffee shop, but I think it's very interesting. Like, you know, Futaba sort of said that even though he's interested in cognitive psychology, he doesn't seem to be connected to her mom. He doesn't give that vibe. But I think that that is going to quickly change. Like, I just wanted to give my, theory about that scene, if that makes sense. Like, I think, you know, Futaba's like, well, Maruki seems so nice. I don't think he's connected, but I think that he is gonna be connected somehow, right? Like, I feel like that there's gonna be an underlying thing going on here, you know? Well, actually,
You see,
it's about the research we've been discussing. I'm actually putting it all together in a paper. It's been really progressing lately, thanks in no small part to you, but I feel like I've hit another wall. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'd appreciate it if you'd help me talk through this again. Okay, sure, let's go.
thank you.
Nice. In deepening our understanding of the heart, I want to find a means of helping those who have been hurt by traumas. I already told you that was the point of all my research, right? It's thanks to you that my project has come this far. But because of all that progress, I've realized a problem. One that may not have any solution. Even if my research makes great strides, even if we do find some miraculous way of healing psychological wounds, with the way things are now, I can only save the people directly within my reach. What does that mean? Like, what does he mean by that? True, I guess. It's better than not being able to save anyone, but I can't just be satisfied with that. I mean, there are so many people out there suffering so badly, they can't even speak up and let that pain out. This is a painful, cruel, bitter world, and there's only so much one individual can do to fight against that. I've said it before, working as a counselor only makes that more painfully obvious. I think our current way of doing things just isn't enough.
You know,
Deep down, I don't think it's enough that I can just help people around me, a few people out of billions. I want to help more people overcome their suffering. Pain can strike the heart in indefinitely diverse ways. In turn, we have infinite methods by which we try to treat it. And like I said earlier, there are people who need help desperately, but can't ask for it. They can't even share their pain. Even if we had a full understanding of the human heart and an effective treatment to soothe it, I don't think that would be enough to finally beat trauma. And I guess that's what I ultimately realized. So what can we do? Well, that's the question. I haven't been able to get the question out of my head, but I don't have any answers. I'm not used to that. If we could peer into the hearts of every person alive, diagnose, understand, and then remove the root of their pain. It sounds like something out of a dream. So here's my thoughts on this. This sounds very much like Mementos, right? He doesn't think that a few people is enough. Like, Mementos is the consciousness of society. So I feel like he wants to go in and, you know, yeah, because see, he's saying counseling takes time because you have to really listen at each individual person, right? And so I just think it would be better if there was some way to really understand everyone's cognitions more quickly and accurately. Like, that's where Mementos comes in as like a concept, the collective consciousness of society. And that's why I feel like Maruki, he wants to, I don't know what he wants to do, but he wants to do something. Like, I feel like that if he is working with Shido, he must know about, you know, Akechi doing his business in the palaces and stuff like that. And I have a feeling that Kasumi is also, like, we don't know exactly how Kasumi gets involved, but Sai's palace is coming up, and either she accidentally entered in a Sai's palace when she was with us, or she already had access before, right? That's the whole thing. So, from my perspective, like, from my point of view, I feel like that he must know that they can do that, but they just haven't gotten that far into the depths of Mementos. You know what I mean? Like Akechi and Kasumi. I don't even know if Akechi even, like, gave a shit. I don't know if he even bothered going into Mementos, you know what I mean? With all the stuff he's doing. But maybe that's what Kasumi is doing. Like, you know, Jose is down there and all that stuff. Like, maybe Mementos... Like, Mementos had a pretty big part in Vanilla, and so maybe Mementos, like, that theme is continuing, you know? Everyone's cognition? Yeah, so this is what, that's what Mementos is. Mementos is everyone's palace, yeah. Then again, that would be impossible. Maybe truly understanding all people's hearts is beyond human capability. Uh-oh. What if they're connected? Oh my god, this is too hinting, though. Like, this is too hinting. Too much hinting. This is too hinting at it. Where's this coming from? Sure, they can connect, but... No, wait.
Oh.
You're right. You're right. That's it. The collective unconsciousness. If people's hearts are connected in the unconscious, their senses are shared subconsciously. So again, Mementos. It's so simple. Why didn't I realize it before? Because you're not a Phantom Thief? Yeah, right. And if I can combine with this, with the theory that I'm verifying, I can tie it all back to cognitive side, too. Yeah, so we've already heard him talk about cognitive side. You know what? Maybe Maruki is generally a good guy. Okay, here's my other thought, right? Maybe he is a good guy. This is my other thought. Is that he starts to lose control, and because he thinks he's so close, that's when his desires get distorted. Like, all this time he's been genuine and good and stuff, but now that he thinks, because, like, we even have the option to tell him to calm down, right? And so I feel like that is when a desire becomes distorted. And we know that not everyone with a distorted desire is a bad person, like Futaba, right? So, I don't know. And so, you know, it's fresh in his mind and all that stuff. Like, I feel like that maybe it's his, you know, it's almost like, I don't know. I took this philosophy class.
All right.
And we basically talked about, like,
then.
there was this idea of, like, virtue and vices, basically. Like, we all know the vices. This game is surrounding the 7 deadly sins, right? We all know that. But the idea basically was, you know, take bravery, for example. If you're too brave, you'll be stupid. You know what I mean? Like, if you think you can just take anyone on because you're so brave and you're so tough and all that, you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one side. And then the other side is, well, if you're a coward, that's bad too, right? So there's, you know, cowardice, and then there's overconfidence in that sense, right? There's an overconfidence in your ability and your bravery, and so it's better to be somewhere in the middle, right? And obviously, everyone in Persona all of their distorted desires have to do with the other side, right? The vices like gluttony and, you know, all of the stuff that we've seen, pride, wrath, like all that stuff, right? You know, all the 7 deadly sins, whatever. Greed, you know, you're too greedy. So greed is a great example too, because if you're too greedy, that's bad. But if you're not greedy at all, that also means that you don't want for anything. Like, you need perfect balance somewhere in the middle to be a good person. That's basically the theory. I think it was like the Aristotle, like Plato, you know, it was their time sort of thing. I think it was Aristotle actually. And so that was the whole idea, is that you can't just do, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be on this side or this side. You want to be on this side. So what if with Maruki, it's not that his desire is distorted to a 7 deadly sin, but it's distorted to a virtue, and it's too much. You know what I mean? Again, too much bravery, or, you know, not being greedy at all. Like, both of those things, right? Like, you need the middle. And what if Maruki, he was in the middle, and then he sort of tipped over to this side, right? Instead. And so I'm having trouble keeping the sides that I put them on, because I'm looking at myself mirrored and all that stuff. But if the vices are over here and the virtues are over here, virtues, right? They called it something else because it's overindulgence, right? You know, or I guess it's either overindulgence or it's under, depending on the thing. Like, being too brave is an overindulgence, but not wanting for anything, not being greedy, that's an underindulgence, right? And so that's the whole idea, is that you have to be perfectly centered. And so what if that's a problem with Maruki? Because we're running out of 7 deadly sins, you know what I mean? They've already been used up. So if he has a palace, if he's going to, you know, do something, if that makes sense, if something is going to happen with him, I think that that's not a bad idea, that instead he falls on the side of too much, right? And that is his distorted desire, because both sides are distorted, right? That's basically the whole idea of the theory. Anyway, so he's like running. See, that's what I'm saying. He's like, calm down, like he's getting too much. You know what I mean? He's getting too much here. I feel like that this is the turning point, but that's just me. All right, looks like Maruki's gonna rank up again. Let's go. Let's help him out. Let's see what he wants to talk to us this time about.
Well, shall we begin?
Well, let's get started. For today's topic, let's see. I'd like to hear your opinion on these Phantom Thieves of Heart. He's on to us, bro! I'm telling you! Oh my god, the ones who steal the desires of criminals and reportedly force them to confess. Maybe it's a little hard to believe, but I've taken an academic interest in them. Okay, I'll just say he's dedicated. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's just a gut feeling I have. But I get the feeling the Phantom Thieves work and my own research are rooted in the same principles. That's why I've decided to analyze them from my own perspective. For example, there's the matter of their methods. According to those calling cards they send out, they stated their stated method is to steal your desires. How is such a feat even possible? Any ideas? How about you? What do you think? I don't know. A question for a question, huh? That's unusual for you, but let's see. I suppose it'd be possible if there was some material proxy for those desires. Oh my god, he's figuring it all out, bro. Oh no. Do you remember the story with the cookies? In that experiment, the desire for the cookies actually changed the way people tasted them. I think we can look at this in the same way. They're not something easily perceived, but desires have a tremendous effect on our cognition. Put another way, if the desire is gone, your cognitive perception of the cookies skews back to normal. Does that remind you of anything? The change of heart?
Right.
Right! The Phantom Thieves' own change of heart. That's the basis for my theory. Their thief of desire is not metaphorical, but something more direct. We still don't know exactly how they steal these desires, of course. But if the idea of a physical, tangible desires can be actualized, I think it'd logically follow that they can be taken away. Guys, oh my god. In a world of intangible, let's say, a world compromised of the contents of people's hearts. Well, they're thieves, so they could perceive a world like that. They could steal people's desires like any other treasure. You think I'm getting anywhere here? I mean, it's intriguing, let's just say that. It's very interesting, Maruki. Then again, we'll probably never know for sure unless we could ask one of the Phantom Thieves ourselves! That's what I'm saying! Oh no! See his little glasses adjustment? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's something in there, like a hint, hint, wink, wink. I don't know. It feels like I'm just one step away from finishing this paper.
Thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome, except, except, you know, I don't know, guys.
All right.
I just, oh, oh boy, oh, Maruki. Now, today's mental training technique. How about something like this? And then they keep talking. I feel like he's totally on to us. It's like how our other confidants are like, you're a phantom thief, aren't you? Your secret safe with me. I feel like he's getting there. You know, like I feel like it's very similar. All right, Maruki's going up again. It's like 3 days in a row, which is good though, because we need him. I'm pretty sure we need to max him out and all that stuff. So, I mean, let's go ahead and help him, you know? I'm pretty sure we need to do this. I'd like to start off with our usual topic. I had you going there, didn't I? Oh boy. You're in for a real treat today. I know it's been a while since you've had one too. What do you mean? Yeah, what does he mean, bro? Good question. Oh my gosh. I've recently found this delicious looking buffet. It's apparently very well regarded and has all sorts of cuisines. Oh my god, are we gonna go to the buffet? Ooh, can you afford that? Don't sell me that short. I've at least saved enough to express my gratitude to someone who deserves it. Oh my god. He's fattening us up with food and all that stuff. Like, I feel like he's totally on to us, guys. Like, oh man. Okay. Oh, we're here. I love this place. This is all on me today. No holding back. Eat as much as you please. Thanks for the food. Oh my god. The cake. Guys, the cake. I have such a craving for sweets lately. The cake. Sorry, would you mind if I asked you about something before we eat? It's about my paper. Oh? Who's that? I can't see because my camera's in the way. Okay, hold on. It is... Oh. It's a random person we don't know? Huh? Maruki?
Huh?
In the flesh? What? Hello? Who is that? That's my line. It's rare to see you in a restaurant like this one. I don't know why I'm giving him a voice. I haven't done that for anyone else. Oh, and who might this be? Oh, he's, how do I put it? I'm his pupil. Pupil? Are you teaching him now or something? Or are you teaching, I guess I should say. I mean, he's a counselor. He's not exactly a teacher, but it's fine. Nice to meet you. Was one of my colleagues back in college. He's the one who recommended I pursue a counseling career. And I heard it's been doing you some good too. I catch wind of your ongoings every so often. Honestly, it's a big relief. You have much more compassion than most. But you can also be a bit too carefree. You don't have to mention that part, not that I can refute it. But anyway, tell me more about how you've been. Fill me in on this guy too. Oh, but aren't you here with others? What about them? It's fine. We just happened to swing by here. They won't mind me being away for a bit. And do you think you two are really gonna be able to tackle all that food on your own? They look like they could be related. Like, they look... I don't know. It looks like he's, like, the younger brother. You know what I mean? Like, with the side shave and all that. Because, I mean, they said colleague, but, like, what if there's more than just him being a colleague? You know, like, I feel like there must be something else. Unless, like... I don't know. Like... you know, like, I'm trying to think, like, Futaba's dad, like, who is this guy? I mean, he could just be a guy, you know, but I feel like he's a brand new character introduced into, well, I guess it would make sense if he was just, I guess this is like how the doctor has, like, that dude, you know, like, this could be Maruki's that dude, you know, so maybe it's not as deep as I think it is, I don't know. You know, we're just talking. He's been giving me a hand on my research. I just brought him here as a thank you for all his help. Research? My paper is almost finished. Yay!
Thank you.
It's all thanks to you, though. Paper? The one you were doing research for? You mean you're still... See? I feel like he knows. I feel like this guy knows because he's doing it. You know who he's doing it for? He's doing it for Shido, guys. Yep, I'm still at it. Even after all of what went down. What went down? Isn't Futaba's mom they killed her? Is that what went down? I don't know. No, Maruki. You blow my mind sometimes. I swear you gotta be the most stubborn man in the world. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Yeah, they can kill other scientists, but you know, I'm still going. And anyway, it's not 100% complete yet. I haven't even begun the peer review process. Oh, seriously? I'd be more than happy to review it for you. I mean, I did perform all the peer reviews for your publications in college. Oh, okay. In fact, that's it. It's now officially a celebration. The meal's on me today. Oh boy. I mean, he's being treated either way, so like, yeah, let's celebrate. I don't care who pays, that's perfect. I do appreciate it, but I have to say I have mixed feelings about this. Oh, don't sweat the details. Come on, let's go for a second round. We gotta hit up the meat section and the vegetables and the beans. Oh
That was
boy.
great.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get an earful for piling on the pounds. By who? My girlfriend, well, my fiance to be more exact. I'm getting married soon. Ah, I see.
Huh?
Wait, married? Yup, married. Now you're the only one left from school who's still flying solo. Oh. Sorry to pry, but I feel the need to ask. Are you still... Actually, forget I said anything. There's something going on! Oh my god, what if... No, I feel Sujiro would recognize it if either of, like, Futaba's dad... I feel like, what if he was in love with Futaba's mom, though, anyway? Because I feel like he's single, so why would he be single? Because he experienced a tragedy that put him off being in love. And you know what the tragedy was? Futaba's mom dying. Like, that's my whole thing. You know? You were gonna ask about Rumi, right? Don't worry, it's fine. Yeah, who's Rumi? She was my girlfriend back when I was still a student.
Well,
Well, I was just too spineless at the time, and we broke up in the end.
Hold on.
It's not like a tragedy or anything, though. She's totally happy now. Oh, boy. Damn. I feel like there's more to this. There's more to all of this, and I just don't understand it yet. You know? I feel like something's going on.
thank you.
I don't know, guys. I don't understand it yet. I can't really formulate a theory because I'm like, I feel like something happened to Rumi. I don't know. I'm just saying. I feel like there's more to all this. What if Rumi has something to do, like Kasumi, Rumi? Like, what if that's like Kasumi's mom? And that's how Kasumi started seeing him after the death of Kasumi's sister. You know what I'm saying? Because then, like, she would be like, oh, Maruki, like, I used to date you in school. Like, I know that you're a counselor now. Like, can you, you know, try to take care of my daughter, all that sort of stuff. Like, what if that's the whole thing? Like, what if that's the whole, like, circle? I don't know. I was like, is Maruki Kasumi's dad? Like, I was thinking about that earlier, but I don't know. That would be weird if he was, counseling his own daughter, because you're not supposed to do that. But what if he doesn't know? Like, what if they broke up? He was too spineless. Like, what if she got, like, pregnant? And that's, like, the whole spineless thing, is that he was too, you know? Because, like, back when they were in school, that would have probably been around, like, you know, their age now. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. Anyway, those are sort of my ideas. Like, what if Rumi got pregnant, he was spineless and broke up with her, and then her kids were Kasumi and her sister, but Kasumi, like, you know, her parents, like Rumi married somebody else sort of thing, right? And that's why she's, like, totally happy now. Yeah, so you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm onto something. I feel like I'm getting something here, you know? Maruki wants to go again. Okay, I feel like we're gonna max him out today. Like, I mean, I don't know, but I feel like we could. I feel like he's just gonna upgrade every single time he's available. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and help him out, see what he has to say. He has snacks ready for us. Good, good. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
You see...
There's actually something I wanted to talk to you about. I know this is a little personal, but you remember how my former girlfriend came up the other day, Rumi? Yeah? Oh no. We were even engaged, if you can believe that. She was so cheerful. I mean, she could get pretty aggressive. She was always kind of hot-headed, but always so kind, too. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. I didn't deserve her, but if we had our shot, my life would have been so much happier than it had ever been. But reality's never that simple. A burglar broke into her family's home. Rumi and I had been visiting. We were there to see what he'd done to them. It was just bad luck. But it didn't end there. He must have been desperate to escape. He attacked Rumi on his way out. I was right there with her, and I couldn't do anything. Pathetic, right? We were lucky Rumi's injuries weren't more severe, her physical ones at least. But the shock of the incident was too much. She had a mental breakdown. We talked about that, didn't we? How wounds of the heart aren't as straightforward as physical ones. She never really recovered from what happened, even after all this time. I kinda lost myself in that pain for a while, too.
Why?
She didn't deserve that. None of them did. None of them did anything wrong. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
When I saw her in that hospital bed, I made a vow. I swore that I would do all I could to fight back against the unfairness of reality. If someone suffered like that, I'd help. Like I said before, Rumi's in a better mental place now. She's happy. But that pain I felt back then, that's how this project was born. I think Maruki would make a great Phantom Thief. Can I just say, like, he has a very similar desire compared to the other people that are on our team, you know? Thanks to you, I finally found the true goal of that research, too. I don't care how long it takes, I will make my dream come true. For Rumi's sake, of course, but for you too. I honestly don't have the words to say what this all means to me, but I can at least say this. Thank you so much for everything. Thanks to you, I found my answer. And once it's ready, I hope you'll let me use it to help you find the happiness you deserve. My path is clear now. I think this will probably be the last time I come to you about the paper. That's kind of sad. I know how you feel. It meant a lot to me too. I'll let you know when I finally finish that paper, and when I do, I'll have to thank you one last time. You helped me see my dream through, and I owe you so much.
Now.
But for now, I should uphold my end of the deal. I've got a really special one for you today. I think you're ready for something on another level now. Oh, I don't know what to think of all that, man. Like, Maruki just seems so genuine and so sweet, you know? Like, I don't want to believe, despite all the totalitarianism stuff, I don't want to believe that he's shady, but I feel like that again, you know, I don't know. He just seems so nice. He just seems so happy. I just hope you can forgive me for it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sorry.
Forgive me for it. Oh, there's one more thing I want to tell you, but I'll save it until I finish my paper. I don't like that. I don't know. That sounds ominous as fuck. Oh, boy.
All right.
I don't know, guys. Ooh, I got a snack.
Well, see you.
He just seems so pure-hearted and so good. I want to believe, but if it's not his palace, it would have to either be Kasumi's or someone connected to Kasumi, but I feel like that would have been, no, I guess I shouldn't say that would have been introduced into the story by now, because, like, Big Bang Burger was only foreshadowed, like, after Futaba, I guess, like, with all the stuff in Hawaii, like, that happened, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say that. Maybe we will see, you know, Kasumi's dad, or let's say, or something like that, and it's not Maruki at all, you know? Like, maybe there is someone else that's gonna be, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. I still feel like there's something going on, and I just haven't pieced it together. You know what I mean? Like, how does Kasumi connect to Maruki? Why did they know each other, you know, outside of the school? Like, there must be a reason for that. Like, I feel like that's not just a coincidence. You know what I mean? My God, what are they doing?
Isn't revoking her status as an honor student a
Why?
bit of an overreaction on the
Didn't
school's part?
she did good.
I understand
didn't
how
she?
you feel, but, well, third place doesn't really cut it
Oh,
in this.
come
She
on,
needs
out of
to
how
attain
many?
first place results for her exceptional status to be worthwhile.
No.
Don't get me wrong here. Personally,
Oh,
I
dear.
think her results are
So
impressive.
I guess that's her
but
homeroom teacher, like how
I
Becky's
suppose
our
the
homeroom
argument could
teacher?
be made that if she's going to represent
Aw,
Shujin and
damn.
receive special treatment, it's not enough.
Oh, come on.
Please don't shoot the messenger here, okay? This
Yeah,
is
I mean, you
necessary
can't really
to
blame this
guarantee
guy. He's
fairness
just
across
passing
the
it along
entire
from, like, I
student
mean, the
body.
principal's dead, but, like, whoever,
It's not
you
as
know?
if you've been expelled or the like. Another meet's coming soon.
Okay.
Please try for the results.
Well, she
the
has
school
another
wants
chance.
to
That's
see.
good.
Sir, putting excessive expectations on Yoshizawa-san
Oh, good job,
will only be
Maruki.
to
You
her
stand up for
detriment.
her.
Oh, that wasn't at all my intention. I just wanted to give her a little encouragement. Dr. Maruki, please continue serving the student body as counselor and providing support
She
to
looks so
Yoshizawa-san.
sad. I can't.
This meeting was merely meant to express how the entire faculty will be supporting her.
I don't.
That's the reason I had you
Damn.
sit in today, Dr. Maruki.
Supporting her. I see.
I don't like this. I feel like.
At any rate, that's all I wanted to discuss
I don't
with you
know.
today.
I feel like Maruki kind of
Please
sees
keep
through
in
that.
mind,
I don't know.
these changes are all hypothetical, unless Yoshizawa-san
Oh my
doesn't
God.
provide better results.
I believe in her.
Well, I suppose
But yeah,
we should
this
wrap
guy
up
has
here.
no tact, unfortunately. I feel like she's gonna hear
How did
something.
Yoshizawa-san handle the news?
Oh, it's the vice principal. She's gonna hear something she shouldn't.
She seemed pretty downcast.
Oh no.
I think it was quite the shock to her.
I truly hope this is what finally drives her to succeed.
This guy's voice sounds familiar.
She needs to push herself beyond third place and bring home some stronger
boy.
results.
Vice Principal, I know I've already told you this, but your approach here is going to affect
Damn,
her
you
adversely.
tell them, Maruki. You tell
Trying to
them.
motivate her with harsh words is only going to give her more anxiety.
Yeah.
Dr. Maruki, we aren't running a charity.
Oh,
If she's
boy.
going to receive special treatment, she needs to provide adequate results. Praising her until her head swells may be your idea
Oh,
of therapy, but we
Man,
can't afford to
that's
just butter her
not
up forever.
nice. Oh boy.
We took in those sisters to improve Shujin's standing, but at this rate, we're only going to end up suffering for it.
Damn.
Not only have we lost one of them, but the other one's
Whoa!
not doing some good. Talk about a waste of effort.
That's so like. Can we change this guy's heart? That's so horrible.
So, pardon me, but there's no denying. First with Mr. Kamoshida, now the principal's death. We've got our backs to the
Damn,
wall
man.
here. Huh. If this school doesn't bounce back soon, even
I guess the school's having a lot of problems, but that doesn't excuse any of this.
Excuse me.
The gang's all here. Now we can have lunch together. Okay. She is an athlete. Oh boy. This is
That
so
doesn't really...
weird that he's eating with us, but I mean, you know,
I have to eat this much to stay active. I always
This
burn
is a
through
voice
everything I
scene
eat.
too. That's interesting.
From my point of view, it's your 2 lunches that are the issue
Oh
here.
man. I
If you're
mean,
going to strengthen your body, you have to eat right.
yeah, he's
should
only,
really
what does
work
he
on your
have? Like a
diets.
little piece of bread? Come on, Akira.
Touche. And you're right, yours does look nutritious.
Yeah, I think her
You know-
lunch is pretty good, you know?
You seem to be giving off a different vibe lately.
Yeah, because she had her
Yes,
awakening
I was
in
able
your
to put my
palace.
problems in the past and move on.
Oh boy.
Ah, so that's what it is. You don't seem to be overexerting yourself either.
See,
I'm sorry I
personas are
worried
good
you.
for the mental health. Like, what can I say?
Oh, not at all. It's wonderful to hear how you've been. I
Good.
must admit,
Cool.
I'm a bit surprised. If you don't mind my asking, was there some kind of reason for this breakthrough?
Oh, you know.
Well, It's all thanks to him and his acquaintances.
well, okay. I mean,
I
that's true,
suppose
though.
you could say they gave me a reason to rethink things.
Yeah.
Or more like a reason to stand up
I
to my
like how
problems.
she's trying to be so subtle, you
Isn't
know?
that right, Senpai?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, you better be grateful. That's funny, but we're not gonna say that. We're just
Stand
gonna
up to your
encourage her.
problems, eh? You've grown to be very strong, Yoshizawa-san.
Yeah, she has.
I'm totally over it now.
Really? Just like that? Oh boy.
Sorry for talking so much, Why don't we focus on our lunches? Thanks for the food.
I feel like, see, he's doing the anime glasses thing where you can't see his eyes.
Oh,
I don't
forgot.
know.
I have PE next. I should get going. Please excuse me.
I feel like there's something going on. I feel like Maruki's gonna be like,
Yoshizawa-san
so,
really does seem to
you're
have
a
found her
Phantom
footing.
Thief, aren't you? I don't know. I feel like
She
something.
seemed absolutely tormented about her situation just the other day.
Maybe he's gonna think that she had a change of
I
heart.
have to say, this
Yeah,
drastic
oh my
change has really
God.
knocked me for a loop.
Oh, Maruki.
Perhaps the Phantom Thieves
You don't
changed
even
her heart?
know, bro. You don't even know. Anything's possible. I mean, let's just put it that way.
I was just joking.
Oh.
Looks like
Yikes.
time's up. You should head back to class.
I
as
think
well.
he actually thinks that. I don't think he's joking at all.
See you around.
I think he does. I think he definitely thinks that. Yeah. See, the little, like that's, we're going somewhere, guys, I promise.